Sherry in my head. What you said, Sherry? Just say it out loud. I
She
don't know
didn't have a contract. How did they? How even
why.
with a contract? Because she should sue them.
Yeah, she is. She's already talking to attorneys. She does have a lease, and her lease is like a 3 year or 5 year or something. But what's happening is he's destroying the building in the inside. So when her people are coming in, like her space is perfectly together, but they're seeing now demolition all around. So he's making it very uncomfortable for them to be able to stay. But the law says that they can't make her leave. They can't make her leave. But they're talking about destroying the building, and like they are destroying the building while she's in it. And other tenants. She's not the only one. That building is huge. It has a lot of people in it. And but this is what's happening. And imagine being in there, coming for your graduation or your baby shower or wedding shower or whatever it is that you're doing, and you walk past all this construction in the building. You're like, wait a minute, what's going on? And that's hindering anybody who's coming to see the space to book it. So it's not, it's really just, she's probably gonna have to go. But I tell you all so that you can also touch and agree with me. They say we're two or more gathered. One, for her space, and two, for her heart and for her head, because this is her baby. And having to move and all of that, and looking at places and all of, y'all know, like, what the house buying process is. So imagine being under pressure like this and trying to find a new space. Noreen said, keeping the faith, keeping our eyes on God and not the circumstances is temporary, not always easy to do. Have to fight the good fight of faith. Absolutely. And that's exactly what my words were. So, I just, want to call my community to the table with me and touch and agree. If any, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people, and most of the people that I know, their hearts are so clear and so pure, and hers is, she had agreed to do my graduation party next month, but can't do it now because of all of this. But easily will give you everything, whatever you need at any given time. I've seen her. These cheerleaders had a big cheer event. They had won some championship or something, and whatever the place was that they had, something happened to the place, like a flood or electrical or something, and somebody called her, and she let them just come. She's like, just come, just come. I came there and there was cheerleaders all over the place, and I don't know. I don't think that she charged them either, because they had already paid for a place. So she let them come. And she continues to do that. For as how they say, for as many paid clients as I have for as many free clients as I have paid clients, and the paid clients pay for the ones that I do work for free for. That's who she is. And that's who most of us are, really. And she fits truly into the fold of people. From the moment that I met her, we was like, okay, I'm in. What we doing? I'm doing it with you too. Let's go. So thank you for allowing me to share that with you. And yeah, so now we'll move on to our stuff. I hope everyone is fine and dandy. I spoke to Gwen yesterday, and she said her world is moving according to the way that it should. So we send you more love and light, Gwen, for you and for your husband, for Kenny. So yeah, so I'm gonna jump into our affirmations, and I believe that God will agree with what we've already been talking about. So let's see what these affirming words are for us today. Good rising, Carol over there on Instagram, and Danny over there in TikTok. So it says, I forgive myself. As I forgive myself, I leave behind all feelings of not being good enough, and I am free to love myself. Yes, yes, and yes. And the other one says, when I encounter problems on the job, I am willing to ask for help. Limitations are merely opportunities to grow. I use them as stepping stones to success. So good, so good, so good, so good. Nona Carey, you all right? I ain't been to the Marietta Diner in a long, 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 long time, and I know it's because you have these other um commitments, and so I know, but I just wanted to acknowledge I miss you. Gwen said, "Grateful rising, everyone. Thank you, Darlene, and all of you for the well wishes. Yes, yes, yes." So let's jump into our 5 minutes of gratitude. Let's see who has a word for us. It says, when it comes to life, the critical thing is whether you take things for granted or take them for gratitude. Mm, G.K. Chesterton. Uh, where am I? Thing? Oh, there it is. All right. So fill in the four blanks. Something or someone that made today a good day. Something or someone that made today a good day. A recent event that confirms that things are working out for me. Things are working out for me. A little thing someone did that meant a lot to me. A little thing that someone did that meant a lot to me. Someone I don't want to miss an opportunity to say thank you to. Someone I don't want to miss an opportunity to say thank you to. And the affirmation says there is absolutely nothing wrong and there is everything right with this moment. Nothing wrong, but everything is right. Let's jump into our deep breath of life daily inspiration for heart centered living by Alan Cohen, because we are people living from our hearts. And the words for August 18th starts with, because I say so. Because I say so. And the quote says, the choice is yours to make between a sleeping death or a happy waking and joy of life. A Course in Miracles. They say some people die at 25, but they get buried at 65. I'm gonna let that sit there. Go ahead, Nona Carey.
Grand Rising.
Hey, girl. Hey.
I I just pulled up to the courthouse. I got a speeding ticket when I was going out to Savannah that time. So I came down here to Dublin to fight because that mofo was $300. So I said it's gonna cost me $60 round trip. So we got up at 6 o'clock this morning. Valencia and I, we rode down. We left at 6, so we just pulled up to the courthouse now. Court started at 9. So I heard you. I'm ready to get to Marietta Diner too. But I know my thing isn't big like that. But still pray that they have mercy on me because my insurance is already high. I can't afford no points. And my
Yeah,
insurance will go higher. Like stop playing. So I'm
yeah.
about to go in here and try to talk to the judge. It's already done.
The angel's already there before you because you already
Yes,
prayed at your house.
yes, that's right. It's already done.
That's already done. That's already handled. We don't got time for no extra stuff.
Right.
Get,
Look, see
get
my face.
try out of your mind. Just you're gonna
That's you're
talk
right,
to
and
me.
I know better. Dr. Lawrence told
You
me that a
know
long time
better. I
ago.
know
So
you
I
know
have to
better.
make believe. Right. Check me. No, no fear. It is already done. I don't know if y'all know Val. That's Val. She came on the call once, but she be hard headed. She don't get on every day. Good morning, everyone. She listens to your replays, I believe.
uh,
I do.
that's
That's still good.
that's good. That's still good.
Yeah,
That's
that's still good. I love y'all, but I'm out of here. Okay, go
okay.
run in here.
Talk soon.
Have a great one.
So the word says, because I said so. The choice is yours to make between a sleeping death or a happy waking and joy of life. A Course in Miracles. It is so important for us to live each day as if it's the last one. because we never know when the last one is. I met an 85-year-old gentleman yesterday, and he was saying about life and what life has been. He was he was he was alive and well during Jim Crow. Had to sit in the back of the bus. He saw somebody be. He saw a man that was lynched. He wasn't there at the lynching, but he literally was in presence of a body hanging, and like all of the things that he saw, and he decided that he was going to get a suit and get a career where he could tell white people what to do. And he did. At the time, the president was Kennedy, and Kennedy put some program in place that allowed him to go to Harvard. And he went to Harvard. It was a year program that he went to, and of course went to college and did all the things. And he absolutely got that job where he got to tell people what to do. And he's one of the co-authors in The Power of 33 in the book that was launched yesterday. I'm going to share the link and stuff with everybody. Um, uh, if not today, tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out which link it is that I should be sharing. But it was really a great thing to meet all of these. It was another woman who's a co-author who had been uh, essayed, because we on social media, um, from the time she was 8 to 16, and now she is a advocate for trafficking, and she teaches the training and all of this. And it was just so many dynamic people. And I think the why that came up in my mind is because of this quote. The choice is yours to make is your choice. The choice is yours to make between a sleeping death or a happy waking or joy of life. There are people who have gone through some atrocities and wake up every single day to serve somebody else. Like what? Like they up and at them, and not only like that lady was so impressive. Like when she spoke and said what she experienced, that saying you don't look like what you've been through. She absolutely do not look like what she been through, and truly is making a mark on the world by who she is now and what she is doing now. So make the choice between living and really living. You don't want to sleepwalk your life. Live your life. Live your life because you got it to live. Because somebody didn't wake up this morning. It's Monday morning. You know what happens on Monday morning and Sunday night? More heart attacks than any other day of the week. And what's happening Sunday night and Monday morning? People are preparing to go to a place that they don't want to go to. People are preparing to go to a job that they hate. And the more they tell themselves that they hate it, they're telling themselves and they're hearing themselves, and their subconscious hears them, and they're constantly saying it. So eventually the heart says, well, why are we going someplace we don't love? So then your own heart attacks you for you not being brave enough to take yourself out of something that you don't want to be in. And so your body is protecting you. Some people don't survive it though. They call those heart attacks widow makers. And there was a gentleman there who spoke about surviving the widow maker, a heart attack, and what his life became after that, his second life. So many of us have stories of pivotal moments that took us out of what we were doing and made us do something different. Sent us, it truly was the catalyst for change in our lives that made us who we are. And if that's you, just know that God has the plan for you. If something don't look right, don't feel right, believe it, but know that God has the plan for you. whatever that plan might be. Go ahead, Sherry.
Back in 2019, the first weekend in August, I kept going to the hospital. I thought I was having a heart attack. And when my doctor said, I can't find anything wrong with you, it must be anxiety. I came right in this mansion and resigned. I said, I cannot do what I'm doing. It's going against my health and I have to stop. And that was during the time when, as the head innkeeper, I did everything. I was responsible for the inventory, the checking in the guests, checking out the guests, um, going to Costco, buying all the things. It was a lot. It
Yes.
was a lot, and it was too much. And yeah, I had to. When I resigned, I stopped having the anxiety attacks, and you know, although I'm back, the capacity is different.
Mm-hmm,
It's
mm-hmm.
really different. I'm not. I mean, I was
I,
cleaning rooms, everything,
it's on
everything.
now. It's on your terms, so it's different. It's not the same.
Much different.
Yes, I love that. I love that so much. So let me finish the reading. So it says, walking out of the movie theater after seeing Mr. Holland's opus, I felt exhilarated. In the midst of the parking lot, I stretched out my arms, looked up at the stars, and exclaimed, "Life is good." I laughed and turned to my friend and asked her, "Do you know why?" "Because I say so." I recognize with perfect surety that I can live any life I choose. If I want to be happy, that's my choice. If others want to be miserable, that's up to them. I do not have to justify, explain, rationalize, apologize, or compromise my choice for joy. I create my own reality just as you do. The universe is big enough to have all kinds of reality happening simultaneously. And none of us needs agreement from anyone to verify the world we choose to live in. Do you remember when, as a child, your father laid down a rule? Or, and when you asked him why, he said, or your mom, she said, "Because I say so." He was affirming that he had the power to establish your reality and you didn't get to question it. Now you have the power to establish your own reality and no one else gets to question it. When I work with profoundly retarded people, most observers pitied them, but I respected them. They were some of the happiest and most loving people I have ever met. Their intellects were minimally developed, which allowed them to retain their childlike innocence throughout their lives. Perhaps on some cosmic dimension, their souls decided they could learn a great deal about joy by living an entire life without thinking too much. Are they better or worse off than most people? That depends on the side of the telescope you're looking through. What reality would you like to live in? Do you choose a world of love, abundance, and celebration, or one of fear, lack, and doom? The choice is yours because you say so. The choice is yours because you say so.
Now,
It says, "Bless me with the choice to live in a world that reflects your loving presence. I choose a reality of ever expanding good." It's so good, so good, so good, so good, so good. My phone about to die.
Darlena,
Yes, ma'am.
could everybody help me? My brother Charles fell down and they took him to emergency room yesterday. He stayed in the emergency till 9 o'clock last night. They um, they were trying to see if he broke his nose. Well, his nose isn't broken, but the good thing that he ended up at the hospital, he has, I don't know what this, he has a staph infection.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they wanted to keep him on on an IV, and of course he insisted on going home, and the pharmacy was closed. So now the whole family, well, the big part, the miracle is he fell outside in the yard, and he's a big guy, and two little guys from the neighborhood stopped their car and got out and helped my sister-in-law get him in the house. So those two angels, they don't even know who where they lived or anything, and they just got out of the car and helped him. So I just the Hallelujah Sisters needs an auxiliary. So please, everybody, his name is Charles. That's Jasmine's dad, my
Mm-hmm.
brother. And so today they're starting again back over to emergency. So let's have the right staff there to put him back together again. And he also is on oxygen, and they increased his oxygen. So whatever that is, God's got it, but the Hallelujah Sisters need an auxiliary. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Good. Definitely sending blessings and love and light to him as well. Um, so reading that about mentally challenged people, right? There was one of the authors, I went and grabbed the book. I have it in my hand. And all of our pictures are on the front, The Power of 33. And it's the power of 33, where there's a will, there's a way. And 33 authors with 33 stories. And one of the men that was there, his name was Terry Moore. And Terry Moore has cerebral palsy. And so he walks with a cane and, all of that. And as he came, he was trying to get to the stage. He couldn't get to the stage, so they came to him. He said, "Man," he said, "you better come over here, because by the time I walk over here, the event gonna be over." And we all laughed. And so he said that, "Don't pity me. Don't pray for me. You need to pray for yourself." He said, "The next time you see a disabled person, don't pity us, and don't ask us to pray for us, because we don't want you praying for us." He said, "We need to pray for you." And he cracked up laughing. He said, "This is the best life ever." He said, "I don't worry about what y'all worry about." He said, My life is good." And his life is really good because he is a speaker. He has been in the music. I went and got the book because I wanted to tell y'all about this man. He has been in the entertainment industry for over 20 years, has experience in music, sports, and public relations, has cerebral palsy, and has worked with the NBA, Walt Disney, MTV, Atlantic Records, Virgin Records, and also MC Lyte, Jay Z, Queen Latifah, all these people. And he disabled with cerebral palsy. What kind of excuse can you make after that? And what he said was, he realized that his story wasn't meant for him. It was meant to inspire others. Like, oh my God. And the other gentleman I was talking about, let me see if I can find his page. His name is Harold David. He introduced himself to me as David. I said, "Really?" He said, "David is my preferred name. It means beloved." I said, "Of course it does." And I told him that was my father's name. But Mr. David um, is the one who created. He definitely turned disabled to enabled. His name is. Did I say his name? Hold on. Let me find him so I can say his name. Is it Tony or Terry? Hold on. Terry Moore, and his chapter is called the power of support. And that's where you talked about all of the things that he does. He even co-founded learnthemusicbusiness.com and has two books: How to Launch Your Music Career in 21 Days, and My Music Storybook: How a Disabled Kid from Brooklyn Lived His Dream in the Entertainment Business. Yes, he did say I am a New Yorker. So yeah, New York was in the building. And then Mr. David, 80, I think 85 years old, talked about growing up uh, doing Jim Crow and all of the things that he saw and what he experienced and all that. But he is an educator. It says his real estate executive whose 6 decade career spans public relations, federal leadership, and entrepreneurial success, a former director with the U.S. Department of Education, one of the first Black specialists to serve in newly desegregated school system, later launching Option One International Realty in Atlanta. He's the author of You Can't Drop Out of High School and Drop into a Good Job. He also was a high school dropout, and he got a job washing dishes. And while he was washing the dishes, he said, I got to get back in school. And so he was able to drop back in. So his story is in here too. And I mean, just all of the stories were so amazing that it's nothing but just story after story. So I'm going to make sure that I get it for you. This dude, Tamir Bell, is 21 years old and the youngest city council or legislator in his town. He's from Rockmart, Illinois, and he flew in to be with us. What is it? Wait a minute. Yep, he's a part of the Rockford City Council at 21 years old. He started his political career at 18, and he is very well spoken, very well put together for um, for someone of his years. He has a platform about affordable housing, food access, and neighborhood revitalization. Who is thinking that at 21? So yes, I'm gonna get the link for you guys, so that you can get your copy of this. It is just amazing. And then the where is it? Let me see. The last story in the book. Me. I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm in there. I'm number 33 of the power of 33. And they decided now that they're going to make it a series. So now there's going to be another one called The Power of 33. This one is Where There's a Will, There's a Way. There's going to be The Power of 33 Trials and Tribulation is the next one. So if anybody is interested in being a part of that, they're going to be doing that. I'm not sure when, but I think she's going to create a forum for it. But God is truly showing up and showing out for all of us. We just have to remember to not take back the stuff that we gave to God, as we are moving through the things that we need to move through. Um, we're sending so much love to my good friend Myra and everything that's happening with Unicorn Studios. And I know that God has a big plan for her and whatever that might be, although we may not be able to see it with whatever it is that you are um, experiencing right now. Know that God sees you, God hears you. Every word, every tear, every cry, God hears you. Rest in that. Some of you need to really just take a nap, take your mind away from it. Go have yourself a staycation somewhere. Go to the water, sit believe that God got the whole plan. You may not know what the plan is. You may not understand. You may look at things and say, how in the world is this going to get fixed? And the how, it's not your business. And sometimes we even insert ourselves in things that we shouldn't insert ourselves in. Just lean back and let it pass. Lean back and give it to God and let God keep it. Stop taking it back. We keep taking it back. And then what happens when you take it back? You get way more stressed out than when you first prayed the prayer. Ask me how I know. Been there a time or two doing that. So let us allow the unfolding. You stay on your high flying disc. You stay happy. You stay whole. And when your mental starts to fade, call a friend. Go outside. Play with kids. Play with pets. Watch a funny movie. Go hang out with a friend. Matter of fact, take your friends to the courthouse with you to help you with a ticket. Do something good. And no matter what the outcome is, you have kept yourself up here. When you allow your emotions and feelings to take over and bring you down into those low vibrational emotions, all it could do is give you a headache and make you sick. So you got to keep your vibration high. You got to keep your emotions up and say, God, I know you got to have this because I don't even know where to begin with this. And really let God have it. 1,000% let God have it. And then you just be happy, go lucky. There's some of us that have some things going on that if we told you based on what we look like, you would not be able to know that that's going on in the background. And those of us who move like that, we move like that because we know that God got it. We have 100% trust that God got the plan. I often say to people, do you trust God or do you trust God? I trust God with my whole life. Even the stuff that don't look right and feel right when it's ending and it's over with and it's time to do something else. All right. Okay. This what is it? This what it is. Okay. And then rock out. And when you go the way that you are being directed, that's where all your blessings lie. That's where everything that you've been waiting for lies. Sometimes we have to be released from things before we can elevate to the next thing because the very thing that you're in is the thing that's holding you down or holding you back. So sometimes those things got to be removed. I've even seen situations where people were married or in committed relationships. And when those relationships ended, the person just blossomed. Like all of a sudden, they doing this, they doing that. I'm like, wow, I wonder why he wasn't doing that before. That wife was holding him back. That wife was telling him no. That wife was saying, I don't like that idea. And once he was free, it was like, whoa, the whole world opened up. And sometimes you're so in it, you don't even realize that you're being limited by the person that you love the most. And sometimes God just gotta let you free. Noreen said, yep, that's me. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. When I even there was a film director there also yesterday, And when he heard me talk about being the living diary of the mad black woman, he said, "Is that your story?" I said, "No, but he owed me a check." Tyler Perry owed me a check. And so he said, "Well, wait a minute. Have you researched the story to see where it came from?" I said, "No, I haven't." He said, "You should." So check this out. Another lady that was there said, "I'm certain that it's more people like you." You know, my mind started clicking real big. Hmm. I wonder how we can get all together. Hmm. The Living Diary series. Can you imagine that? God is always working.
Can you imagine that, ma'am? Can you imagine? It's all when the wheels. I heard Kevin on stage say this last night on the podcast. He said all ideas belong to people who execute them.
Mhm.
All ideas belong to people who execute them. He said because if you don't, you're gonna look up at somebody else is doing what you thought about, and so that is very true. Because I done had a lot of thoughts that I done thought about, and look up and somebody is done it. I mean, when you introduced me to the man who had a book that said flush that shit,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute here.
Yes.
Hold on, sister. Sister, you been saying that for how long, sister?
Yes.
Sister Bridget.
Yes.
Sister Bridget. So, you know, these ideas don't come for nothing. We have to execute them and do it. Do it because uh the ideas are flowing. That's currency. That's currency. That's currency. It's flowing. And if you don't activate the current that flows to your mind, guess what? It's gonna flow somewhere else. It's not gonna stop. Heaven is always sending down blessings.
Yes.
Always. Always. There was a pastor that reminded me about how God showed one of the prophets the angels coming down to earth and going back up to heaven, bringing blessings. They just go down to earth and go back up to heaven, and God showed him literally where he could see the angels coming down and going back up, coming down and going back up. Now imagine in your mind, imagine, imagine in your mind
Yes.
that there are angels, not one, angels with an S, plural, on assignment to you, to you, to you. So God is already telling, first of all, you are never alone. You are never alone in anything that you're dealing with. And therefore, I have already sent you assistance. I've already sent you assistance. And guess what? They are there. I can tell you, angels were in the hospital. When I was in the hospital fighting for life, there were angels walking in and out my room. My mama saw them. When
Mhm.
my stepdaddy didn't see them, my mama saw them walking. And she was like, it was so plain. Like, people would just walk in the room and check on you and do something. They wouldn't do nothing big or major. They would just come in and touch you, look at you, make sure you were breathing, and leave out.
Wow.
Come in and I mean, God even had angels to me sent to me in my dreams because I was in a coma.
Mhm.
I
Mhm.
was in a coma, fighting in my coma. I'm running from a man who tried to attempt to kill me in my mind. I'm in a coma. So I'm literally in a battle in a coma, and God is sending angels to me to minister to me in my mind. In my mind. So you're never alone. Nothing is a surprise to God. I put it in the chat. All things work together for the good of them who love God. And the other part of that scripture says, and to them who are called according to his purpose. Sometimes God gotta test some he gotta test some things down to build it up. And if you don't believe me, look at Jesus. Jesus died just so he could rise again to show people that you don't have the power to destroy what I create.
Mm-hmm.
And some people need to know that they don't have the power to destroy you because God built you. And
Right.
they think because they tear you down that you won't rise again. Oh no, oh no. I say to you, but trust in the God that gave you your breath this morning and know that you will rise again from anything that's trying to tear you down.
Yeah. That's it. 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 And that's all. Dr.
That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Ain't nothing else to say to that. So with that being said, Dr. Long, please give us our blessing.
And we're sending all that message to my brother Charles.
Yes.
Yes, that's it. That's it. Because he won't listen to what they're trying to tell him that this is terminal and that and this. And he said, "Just take me home." I said, "Okay." That's that more that homesteader. We don't listen to y'all. We listen to God and keep it moving. All right. I'm blessed going in.
I'm blessed coming
I'm
in.
blessed coming out.
I'm blessed coming out.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the city.
I'm blessed in the hospital or anywhere else. I'm always in the right place at the right time
Always in the right place at
with the right people,
the right people,
doing the right thing
doing the right thing
for the right reason.
for the right reason.
And everything's in divine order.
Everything is in divine order.
As Jabez says, bless us indeed.
David says, bless us indeed.
Expand our territory.
Expand our territory.
Extend an open hand of favor to us
Extend an open hand of favor to us
that we may do no harm.
that we may do no harm.
And we let go and let God.
And we let go and let God.
Then go with the flow
We go with the flow
and let the blessings and the money roll in
and let the blessings and the money roll in
from the north, south, east, and west,
from the north, south, east, and west,
from above and beneath,
above and beneath,
from known and unknown sources.
from known and unknown sources.
Tell us about our money.
We have supernatural unlimited money, sowing supernatural unlimited seed.
And we live and give out of God's overabundance so we never run out.
Never run out.
We always have more than enough,
Always have enough.
more than enough to do anything our heart desires, more than enough to do anything God puts on our hearts to do for others. We have money to spend, money to lend, and money to keep
Yes, yes.
because our bank is Bridget.
Heaven.
That's right. And we're branch banks.
So much.
All right.
Thanks.
I'm going to hang up and call my brother and say this right to his face. Amen.
Let me tell you real quick too. Remember how Brenda found the lady at the Walmart? Well, last night I was still dressed for from the event and I had to go to Publix because I needed to get ice. I made all this tonic. So if y'all want to try my tonic that live here, please, I got plenty. It's the tonic I made for the flu and COVID and all that. So I have that here, right? And there was so much of it, it couldn't fit in the refrigerator. So I have it in the cooler. I had to go buy ice. So I'm like, oh my God. I pulled all the way home and was like, if you go in that house, you is not coming back out to get this ice. So I said, let me go. Let me just keep going. So I turned back around, went back out, got the Publix. When I got out the car, the lady said, oh my God, you are so beautiful. And I said, thank you. And then somebody else screamed it from over there too, because I was cute yesterday. I have to admit, I was cute. And so I walk in the store, and the same lady that was on this side, she was walking beside me. She said, "You are breathtaking, and you smell amazing. What is that?" So we started talking. Her name is Moya, and she said, "I just finished praying to God in my car, crying to God." And we end up having a whole hour conversation. She lives right here. We're going to invite her to the spot, Sasha, because she lives in our neighborhood too. But she had been asking God for direction and what to do next. She's an insurance agent, but she understands how to build trust.
Trust, yes.
And so that's something that we want to do. And I said, I would love for us to learn that from somebody who looks like us and somebody who's a woman. And our group needs that. And so she's like, "Are you kidding me right now?" And so she was like, "I got goosebumps. I had goosebumps when I first saw you." And so as I'm talking to her, she was like, "You got that, and you got that, and you have this, and you have my answer about this and that." And she was like, "Who are you?" I said, "Oh, nobody, just one of God's favorites." So I think she's gonna come to the call. I'm absolutely gonna talk to her and hopefully get her to come in
She'll
here.
teach us how to be our own bank.
Yep, and we that's what we talked about. She
Yeah,
knows
yeah.
how to do that too.
People don't know that Barry Gordy's mother was his bank. She started Motown with $8,000. She said, "If you can't make it work for 8 grand, you better go back to Ford or wherever you were working."
Queen, what you got going on? Your mic unmuted. You wanted to tell us something? Yes, no, maybe so. Maybe it's unmuted by mistake. Well, thank you everybody for letting me tell you that real quick.
Oh, that's great. It's time for us to have that trust lady because we all need to be LLCs and need to be our own bank so
Ab-
we can just bank fund one another.
I was just about to say
Bridget,
that.
I'm going to fund your it's going to be called Angel Transport and you're going to have your Sprinter vans.
Listen, yep, and we need it. We need
Hey.
it. So yeah, so we are absolutely on the right track, and the right people are showing up. Just what now? Imagine I was already home in the house. I had to come back out. I wasn't going to come back out, but I came back out, and I've realized now I had to come back out because I had to meet her right at that moment.
She was praying you back out of your
She
house.
pulled me back out of my house.
Look at God.
After we talked for like 30 minutes, she was like, you are the answer to the prayer that I cried about. I sat in my car yesterday and I cried. I cried for like an hour saying, God, what do you want me to do? Like I'm overwhelmed, it's too much, and this and that. And she said, and then you walk in here all angelic, looking good and smelling good and give me all these answers.
Divine order, everything. It's in
We're
Everything.
in the right place at the
divine
right time
order.
with the right people
Look,
doing
she
the
was
right
looking
thing
at
for the right
she was
reason.
like, oh my God. She was like, God, you how fast? And what Shanette say, and suddenly,
And
and suddenly,
suddenly,
Yeah,
she
and
played
suddenly.
yesterday, and suddenly there I was.
Yeah, I want my and suddenlies now.
Yes, we ready for the and suddenlies for sure. So just, the goal is to really, all of the work that we've been doing, writing the vision and making it plain. The thing that happens is we get so far off of our vision. So
But think about our being venture capitalists, see?
you have to
Well, that's what we did for those ladies. That's why you have Darlaina Rose and $100 in somebody's school. Bam, here's my 100. Bam, here's my 100. Bam. We did that.
absolutely. So, what I want to remind you of is to remember your life statement, to remember what you wrote down for your life. Sometimes we get inundated with what's happening in life. And when we get inundated with what's happening in life, we forget the vision. So that is why it's important to read your vision in the morning when you start your day, and read your vision at night when you end your day, so that it is constantly in your mind, so that when life is doing what it's doing, that you can tap back into the vision. You must tap back into the vision. You must tap back into what God showed you in here, and remind yourself, so that your mind and body doesn't lose sight of your vision. So thank you everybody for being here. Have an amazing day.
Remember, we're in this world, but